queen suited. You know, I'm in sort of late position. I'm going to raise it up. Like I said, I always like to take down a pot pre-flop if I can, because those $9 add up. I do this 10 times, that's $90. So I'm going to make it 18, standard 3 times raise. You want to keep your raises the same. A lot of, at this level, I see a lot of players when they have like aces, they make it 20, 26, and when they have king queen suited, they make it 10, or 10 more, 16. You don't want to do that, because good players will figure that out. They'll say, hey, this guy raised little, he's got junk, and they'll re-raise you. He raised big, and they won't give you action because he's got a good hand. You want to keep your raises consistent. So if you notice, I made it 18 with aces. I made it 18 with king, 8, king, queen of clubs, and I'm going to make it 18 with the 7, 5 of hearts if it folds to me. But the point is, keep them the same, which keeps your opponents confused. And picking up those blinds pre-flop adds up. It gives you another orbit to play tight and fold. I win this $9. Now that's one orbit I can just sit back and not play a hand. All right, so he called us, and we got a flop. That's not great for our hand. We didn't connect. We had a backdoor draw. Board's paired, but the board paired means there's less likely for him to have a pair, and it's easy for us to bet and represent. Now he bet into us $23, and he's only got $83 behind. Always be aware of the stacks your opponents have behind if you plan on bluffing. Because his stack is so small, it's pretty hard for me to bluff this guy. I'm going to have to bluff him big, and I don't want to risk it with 5 high. Bluffing is not what gets the money in cash games, ladies and gentlemen. Every now and then, a well-timed bluff when you know what's going on, you have a strong read, yeah, that's profitable, but in general, bluffing doesn't get it done. So he only had $83 left. It's not worth risking, $83 to pick that pot up. Just let him have it. He bet into me. Thank God I didn't get check raised, and I'll just count my blessings. Now I like this hand, and I've raised 3 pots in a row, so I'm just going to go ahead and limp it in, because you've got to be aware of your table image. I raised 3 hands in a row. I really don't want. They're gonna take a look. So this guy's raising every hand, and they're gonna just come back at me. So I just limp it in and maybe see a cheap flop. And what do you know? Look at that, top 2. Now the small blind bet into me. It's light. He could have a hand like 5 deuce or 5 7, and he's got a deep stack, so we can find out a lot of information. I'm going to make a raise here now. There's a very scary board, drawy board. I'm going to make it $40. I don't want to just call, because then a deuce, 5, 7, any of those cards might come, or a 3 or a club. Any of these cards that could come that could really just kill my action if I don't have the best hand. And I want to take charge. I want to take control of the hand. By me raising him, he's probably going to check the turn on me and allow me to control what happens on the turn. And a card like a 10 is a good card. I mean, he is the blind and it was limp, so we could easily have 10-3, 10-4, 10-6. He could have drawn out on me, but I doubt it. So I'm going to go ahead and make another bet. I'm going to bet the full pot, though, because if he's got a draw, I just want to win it now. I'm going to bet $98. Now, in a perfect world, he would call and we would hit a 6 and we would move it in, and he'd call with forceful and we'd stack him. But like I said, it's always good to take a pot. Never get disappointed that someone didn't call and you couldn't get him for later, because weird things happen. Now this is a hand, garbage. A lot of people play this hand under the gun, ace deuce offsuit. Just throw it away at a full table. Yeah, like I said, a 5-handed, 4-handed table, 6-handed maybe. You can do a lot of different things, but at a full table, plan tight is what you want to do. Hands like that are so easily dominated. I mean, people love their aces, and you got ace deuce, which might as well be ace with no kicker. I mean, unless you make 2 pairs straight, but it's never going to play and be good. And it's too easily to flop an ace and have somebody have a better ace. So my recommendation is, you get in spots like that, just throw that junk away and wait for good spots.